Are you dealing with a narcissist and in fear for your life? By the end of this video, you'll know what the most dangerous form of narcissist is, what the traits are, and how to protect yourself. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, top 1% divorce attorney and the best-selling author of the books Negotiate Like You Matter and Breaking Free, Step-by-Step Divorce Guide. And I've helped thousands of people go from lives of drama, trauma, and chaos to step into lives of freedom, possibility, and purpose. And I do the same thing right here with you in these videos. So make sure that you have subscribed and you've hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload brand new content to help you deal with narcissists. So today I'm going to explore the even darker side of narcissism. Like, narcissism isn't dark enough already, but the darker underbelly, those really seriously ugly side of narcissism. The malignant narcissist. That's the scariest form of narcissist, and we're going to dive in today in finding out what a malignant narcissist looks like and how to protect yourself. A malignant narcissist isn't just a narcissist. A regular narcissist has a very fragile sense of self. They have no sense of internal value. They try to grab all of their feeling of value from the external. They might devalue, debase others. They might beef up their own accomplishments. A malignant narcissist isn't just like your regular narcissist. A regular narcissist has no inner sense of value. They have no inner sense of self. They're very fragile. They have very fragile egos, and they're entirely driven by everything external. So they need an endless amount of supply. And supply can be anything in the form of compliments, money, tangibles, big job, big car, the right friends, living in the right neighborhood, anything that makes them look good on the outside. But supply can also be in the form of the, abusive behavior, which is devaluing people, debasing people, judging people, putting people down. All that sort of thing. And all narcissists have very little sense of inner self, or none. And I've often said in my other videos that they're like the chocolate hollow Easter bunny. They might kind of look good on the outside, but there's absolutely nothing inside. And that's what's going on with a narcissist. So all narcissists have that. So, whether you're a grandiose narcissist or a covert narcissist, you're going to have these traits. And if you want to know more about covert narcissists, then you're going to want to check out my video on the covert passive aggressive narcissist. How a malignant narcissist differs, however, is that this is where antisocial, dangerous behavior mixes with your regular garden variety narcissist. So you've got your fragile ego and you've got your little, sense of no sense of internal value. And you've got this person who's, very much trying to make themselves look as good as possible, but it's also overlaid with an antisocial personality, a person who is extremely suspicious, who is potentially aggressive and potentially dangerous. This is the person that will stop at nothing to destroy. Like, seriously destroy families, destroy careers, destroy homes, destroy, work environments, and potentially even countries or nations, depending on, what kind of position of power they're in. But they literally have that need for, it's such a need for control and such a deep-seated rage and hatred inside of themselves that they're not just trying to fill themselves with endless amounts of narcissistic supply, which is what most narcissists do. They're also, they have this antisocial personality disorder overlay, and so they literally have the power to destroy people. So what you'll see with a malignant narcissist is they get themselves into a position of power, whether it's within the family dynamic or within a work environment or a company environment or anything like that. And then everybody around them is constantly walking on eggshells to not upset this person. And so, you know, they have the ability to be triggered so easily. You've heard the term hair trigger. These people have a very, very, very sensitive hair trigger, and any little thing can trigger them to blow up, go crazy, and completely try to obliterate somebody for the smallest little infraction. They can just go nuts on someone because, you know, they didn't staple something the right way, or they didn't, you know, hang the towel the way they were supposed to. They'll absolutely lose it. These people can come across as impulsive, destructive, aggressive, unstable, you know, and what really sets them off more than anything is any slightest little thing that looks to them to be, you know, a besmirch to them in any way. So, for example, if you gave an opinion that differed from theirs, then, you know, you are going to pay the price for that. You're going to have to look bad. And they think that they are like demonstrating confidence and making sure that everybody knows who's the powerful one by basically obliterating somebody for like the smallest little infraction. So this is a person that when other people are around them, people feel anxious. They feel intimidated by this person. They feel very extremely fearful of this person, extremely fearful of what they're going to do. And so when you combine this feeling of fear and intimidation, and then they have absolutely no empathy, because no narcissists have empathy for others. That's what makes them narcissists. And their suspiciousness and their aggression will cause a lot of destruction to people and can cause a lot of pain to people. If you think that you might be dealing with a malignant narcissist, give me a yes in the comments. So how a person might describe a malignant narcissist if they don't know that they're a malignant narcissist, they might say that they're jealous. They might say that they're petty. They might say that they're thin-skinned. They might say that they're punitive. They might say that they're angry, or that they're shallow, or that they have, you know, they can be impulsive. That they have a tendency to lash out very quickly over very small things. They also can tend to be very cunning, very sly, very good at coming up with ways to hurt people in very sneaky ways. A malignant narcissist also tends to see the world in a very black and white way. So they're either smart or they're dumb. They're either rich or they're poor. They're either in or they're out. They're a loser or they're a winner. They just see things in very, very black and white ways. They also hold feelings of grandiose superiority. So they think that they can say things that completely aren't true at all, have no basis in fact whatsoever, and believe that the world around them will believe everything that they have to say, and nobody will question it, that it's true because they said that it's true. According to Campbell's Psychiatric Dictionary, malignant narcissism combines the characteristics of narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, antisocial personality disorder, or APD, aggression and sadism, either toward others, self, or both, and paranoia. So if you think that you are dealing with a malignant narcissist, then I highly suggest that you figure out a way to get out of this relationship. This is the person who might have a tendency to engage in things like violence, stalking, threats of violence. You know, they really will stop at nothing to destroy you. You know, there's certain types of narcissists that are pretty heinous as well, but they're not going to go after you to the point of destroying you because they don't want themselves to also look bad. This is the type of narcissist that they'll just stop at nothing because they think that they'll be able to get away with it. They live in such a distorted world that they think that they'll be able to get away with it. So you really need to figure out a plan to get away from this person. You know, if you're in a marriage with this person, start figuring out what you need to do to get out of the relationship with this person. And if you're not thinking of divorcing the narcissist, then you need to figure out a way that you can create some serious boundaries so that this person cannot continue to hurt you. And part of creating boundaries is going to be having ways that they can only communicate with you, you know, in one way in, one way out, something like that. Or shutting off communication with them altogether would be the ideal way to go. But, you know, you definitely need to start creating a plan for how you're going to get out of this relationship with this person, because these people cannot be rehabilitated. They will not get better. Don't make excuses for them. That's another way that you can start protecting yourself, is stop making excuses for them. Just understand that they're very sick individuals. They're mentally ill, and you can't help them. You can't help them, so you need to figure out a plan to get out of this relationship with this person. So if you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, drop me a comment, let me know that you were here. If you're getting ready to negotiate with a narcissist, make sure to grab my free Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet. It is down below. The link is down below, or you can just go to winmynegotiation.com and grab your free copy. And if you are dealing with a narcissist, whether it's malignant, grandiose, or covert, you're still going to want to join my Narcissist Negotiators free private Facebook group so that you can connect with others who are also dealing with narcissists and support each other. I will drop a link to that below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, now is a great time to do that. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified as soon as I upload brand new videos every single time. And I'm Rebecca Zung. I am so glad that you stopped by my channel. And if you are dealing with a malignant narcissist, I send you light, I send you strength, I send you peace, because I know that you're in total hell. So I'm so glad that you're here. You're here on my channel. Today is a great day to start negotiating your best life, and I will see you in the next video.